Hello party people, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I have a little bit of time, so I thought I would get started on our rainy day project earrings. So if you were with us this morning on Morning Coffee, we designed some things with the Rainy Day Blues Soft Flex Design Challenge Kit. Okay, so I think I can get these done. I've got an appointment here in an hour, so I think I can whip these up before that has to happen. So this is our little design. And plus, these have already been claimed. Somebody claimed they wanted to purchase them before I even got done with the plan this morning, which is amazing. So we better whip those up, because you know that's important. All right, so let me zoom in a little bit. These are my beads that I'm going to use. I'm sorry, I'm still in the upstairs. All of these projects are probably going to have to continue to take place in the upstairs because I cannot get down to my other beading studio because of my knee injury. So that's where we're at with it. Okay, so here's what we designed on the Morning Coffee. We said we want to put one of these guys here. We want that coming out of the cloud. We want 1, 2 on the bottom. Is it 2? I think it's 2. 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, rain cloud, like so. And we're going to attach all of these onto the earwear. So I've got this little smidge of chain. This is just a little piece of scrap chain, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut it. It doesn't really matter as long as I cut these all the same size. So this is how I do it. You do however you want. That's how I do it. I just put it on here. So this first one, we are going to want to hang this behind the cloud, because if I hang it on the cloud, it's going to make the cloud hang off kilter. But I'm going to have to wrap it. So I'm actually just going to measure to right here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that because I'm going to wire wrap into it. So for this first one, I'm going to need 2 pieces that are this length. I chose this smaller chain. You could really use any chain you want to, but I chose this smaller chain just because it's a little more dainty. Okay, this one's got little piece of metal hanging off it, but after that it's the same size. So there's those 2. Now then, after we have that here, we will also hang our umbrella. Gonna hang that on a little piece of chain. So I'm gonna measure that guy down maybe like I want to give that crystal room to move. So maybe like here. That's also going to have a jump ring on it, so it won't be too terribly short. Might have actually made it a little long. Hi, Bunsen. Bunsen just jumped up here to be involved with all things beady. You know, he's the supervisor. Okay, those 2 are the same size. Then this one, again, keeping in mind I am going to be adding jump rings to these, so they are going to have a little bit of extra length, but I'm betting that we're going to be okay with this. Excuse me, sir, I am having trouble here. You're not helping. All you may have seen was a cattail, but he was just all up here. Just he's behind my computer. Okay, those two are the same size. Now I don't want these to be much longer. I don't want this one to be much longer at all. So I'm gonna put it on there and see. I'm just gonna cut a couple of extra links. Hopefully this one's long enough. Let's see. It's not. Okay, so that means I'm gonna trim this one to make it the same length, and then I'm gonna go ahead and trim these two. That one's got an extra link. I already cut it, I'll have to take it off. Okay, so these two are the same length, and these two are the same length. This one, the link that I cut is still hanging on, making it look, oh, making it look like it's longer than it actually is. What about this one? Checking everything here. That one looks good. Okay, let me make sure these two are the same length now. And they are. All right. So, like I said, you can make your chain lengths any size you want. You don't have to be precisely measuring them or anything. That's completely up to you. So now what we're gonna do is, I think I will start, so these are all the items that I need for this earring. But I'm gonna start by wrapping my little crystals down here. So I'm gonna be wrapping with some 24 gauge wire. And I'm just gonna get a little smidge. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go like this. Get my plier out. Everything I need here. Okay, so what I do is I bring this down to an X. Many of you have probably seen me do this a lot. And I'm gonna just grab a hold of these and turn them out like this. So this is what I end up with. Then I will just cross them over and I'm going to wrap this one around. And I'm going to leave it there for the time being because I think I'm going to wrap down over the top of these crystals just for messy wrap sake. So, oh, hello, I got to put my chain on there. I'm going to start with the longest one. Don't forget your chain. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap this one around until it meets up with the second one, and then I'm just gonna keep going around. I'm gonna maneuver the top of my crystal in here, and I'm going to wrap around it. This is just a design choice. You don't have to do this. I just want it to look kind of like a messy wrap. Trim those off. And then I'm going to tuck everything in. Okay. So there we go. I just went around the top of the crystal with a messy wrap. So that is our longest one. Now we only have 3 of these to do, so it really shouldn't take that long, especially since I'm doing a messy wrap. So I'm going to get another little smidge here of this wire. And I'm going to do the same thing. Bring this down to an X. Gonna bend it out. And I'm going to twist one around the other. Going down. Then I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to make a loop. I'm going to put on my chain once I create this loop. And I'm going to use not this one because that's the same size as this one. I'm going to use the one next. And I'm going to wrap this around on the neck part until I meet up with these wires and they're both going the same way. And then I'm going to wrap them together around the top of the crystal. Whoop, this one got crisscrossed. I like to kind of cut mine off at the side just because then you can kind of sneak them in with everything else, you know, the tails. So there we go. There is our second one. Oh, that was actually the longer one. Can't really tell at this point. I didn't put them in order. Yeah, this one's longer, so here's what we're looking at. Super cute, right? Okay, one crystal left. Another little smidge of 24 gauge wire. Now this one is going to be up on the shortest piece of chain. This one goes on, this middle one goes on the umbrella. This one goes over here. This one is the shortest smidge of chain. Oh, it's got that chain link still hanging off of there that I cut. I gotta get that off there. Come on, you. I don't know why this one doesn't want to come off. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, I don't know what's going on there, if it's like soldered in or something's happening. I'm just gonna cut off the next one, which means that I also have to cut one off of this one. So they're the same length. I don't know what was up with that. It's a fluke. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this crystal up. You guys, wrapping crystals and adding chain is like my favorite thing. I love crystals and chain. I just love it. If you've never tried it, if you're just like, crystals don't go with chain, please try it. At least give it a whirl. It's a good time. Highly recommend. Okay, wrap this down and around. Interesting. I went the wrong way with that wire, so I'm going to try to do this backwards. We'll see what happens. Instead of going this way like I normally would do, I'm going to try to do it this way. Can I do it? I'm trying to pretend I'm left-handed today. Oh, look at me. Heyo. I just went the other way. I think it's going to work out. I'm so very proud of myself. Put on this little smidgy chain. Wrap this around the neck until it matches up with this one. Yeah, look at me. I did it. Hey. If I wouldn't have done that, I would have had one wire going one way and one going the other way, and then that kind of makes it a pain in the butt to wrap. Although I will say I'm not used to wrapping them this way. Makes it kind of weird. Just makes it a little bit weird, but that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna tuck those in. Cool. I'm just holding it up to see if it's giving me what I want, which it is. Alrighty. So now on to this portion. So now we're going to start with construction. I need some jump rings, and this is a total mixed metal situation. I wonder if I have some bronze Tinky Tots. Let me look. I think bronze Tinky Tots would be lovely for, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Since we have silver, we have antique silver, we have bronze, we have gunmetal. So I could either use gunmetal or bronze. I don't know that I have bronze Tinky Tots, but I do have bronze ones. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Ah, perfect. If you don't know what a Tinky Tot is, around here at Thunderhouse, we refer to this as a Tinky Tot. This is anything under a 4mm is a Tinky Tot. Maybe it's a 4, maybe it's a 3. This is a 6. This is what we consider a small. This is an 8. This is what we consider to be a large. Okay? So that's the thought process around here. So let me see if this little Tinky Tot will fit on this chain, because I'm just feeling like this Tinky Tot might be a little fat. Might be a little bit fat. The size is perfect, but it might be a little fat. Let me try it. Come on. Oh yeah. Nice. All right, so I put my umbrella on there. Okay, and make sure that little stinker is closed up. These are for our friend PK, and we don't want her having any issues. Now, I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to give her a little once over. Now, let me tell you, if you don't have a vintage reliefing block, that's fine. You can grab one of these up at the Dollar Tree. You cut it in half, and there you go. Now, I'm going to go over this. Let me find a soft side. And I'm just going to bring out some of this little highlights. Just a little bit. Where's that other one at? I'm going with the softest side to start off with. And then I am doing a little bit with the rougher side. Just to give them that look. You know, we're out in the rain. We got stuff going on. There we go. Okay. So, now we need to put Tinky Tots on our chains and on our clouds, okay? Because we said we were not going to attach all these things to the cloud. Now you totally could. You could attach them to the cloud, but my fear with that is that that is going to create a weight problem, and I don't want a weight problem. So for right now, we're just going to put jump rings on all the ends of these. And I know you're like, but Randy, why do we need jump rings? Because we might, depending on how they fall with this chain, we might have to attach them to a round jump ring and then attach our earring wire. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. Let me get these on the ends of everything. These are going to be so stinking cute. I'm so excited. So I like to put all of my components together before I start construction, as I like to call it. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then we will start the construction process. Ooh. All right, guys, we're in it to win it. In it to win it. I'll zoom you in a little bit. All right. So now you have to think of this as layering. So here's my earring wire. First and foremost, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to only have two things on this earring wire. I'm guessing that's probably going to be this guy and this guy. I probably won't even have to use such a large one. Might be able to get away with using a small, maybe. I might even be able to use a round. Do I have a round? Let's have a little round. Oh, that's too big. I'm going to go ahead and use a large oval. You know, I don't want to use a large oval. I'm just looking here. Let me try the small. If that doesn't work, then we will switch. So I'm going to use a small oval. And I'm going to start by layering up my pieces. So I'm going to go with the longest piece first. Then the second longest piece. Then the umbrella. Oh, I gotta flip that around. Just gravity and such. Yeah, look at that. So good. Then the shortest one. Do I want that on this side of the cloud or the other side? You know what? I think I want it on the other side. That's fine. I can fix that. So I'm going to close this up. I'm going to put this to the other side because I want it over here. Okay. Then I'm going to okay, everybody. Okay, everybody, get right with the world here. There we go. That's what I want. So now I'm going to put this on my earring wire like so. And then I'm just going to put my cloud on top. And I'm going to close it up. And that's all she wrote about that. Isn't that the cutest? That's so cute. So now it looks like it's raining from the cloud. We got our umbrella, and we got extra raindrops on the bottom. So cute. I love that. All right, so now all I have to do is whip up the other one. I'll be right back, and I'll show you the finished doings. All right, guys, so I'm ready to construct this one, and I just thought I would show you one more time in case you missed it. So I'm taking a small bronze oval jump ring, and I'm taking my longest to shortest. So we've got this one, then this one, then the umbrella, then the shortest one, and I'm going to go ahead and close these up. And then since this one is on the other side of the earring, or like will be the other side of the ear, I think instead of flipping this one to the side so it's on this side, I'll just leave it on that side, because then the shorter one will be facing out on each ear. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to put this on first, and then the cloud over the top, and close it up. And there we go. Kind of hard to get them to lay out with these chains the right way, but when they're hanging correctly, and that's important. That's the most important part. So there they are. And then this is our first project. And I think they turned out smashing. I quite enjoy them. Here's the original design. Zoom out a little bit. There's our original little design that we designed this morning, and there's the actual product. I think that they turned out quite smashing. I really enjoy them a lot. Those little umbrellas are super cute, and they're really fun and easy to make. So that is our project one. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, please make sure to give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, do all the things so you can find me on the internet again. And I'll be back with more projects from this kit. All right, guys, I hope you have a lovely day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.